You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
Why you gotta take it there?
Retake. This isn't better.
We're not talking about any integrity in
We
this
are
room.
trying to exploit a generation.
Did I ever tell you about that time when I paid for Chinese food with the DVD? The grease is the gravy.
You guys played footsie over the table.
Well, yes, but that's irrelevant. I can smell Pepto-Bismol from here. It tastes like an antacid tablet. Why are there so many Draculas everywhere? No, there's potato vodka everywhere.
Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 154. I am your host, John Rowe, joined by my co-host,
Adam. Ham.
That's right. Thank you for picking up. That's a little improv there. You picked it up.
I'll pick up what you're putting down.
That's right. I put down that inflection. Adam's like, I see this inflection. I'm going to put it back up. I'm like a mirror.
That's right.
You're Adam, comedy mirror.
Yes, and.
Yes, and I'm a mirror. Okay, so lots happened. It's been a long time since we put an episode out. Except
I didn't realize it had been that long, and then I looked at our site and I was like, "Wow, it's been a while."
It's been over a month.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened. It was a combination of we got that one in the bank from like October. And let's just put that one up. And then it was like,
John never puts it up.
It's fucking November. Well, I kept having things happening on the weekend, and then I went to the Dells for a thing for a weekend. And
that's one of the things that people have to understand is that we kind of have. I mean, I have a pretty open schedule, and you're pretty busy, but we only have a very small amount of time where we're both available.
Yeah,
and,
it's like two nights a week.
Yeah.
That nothing else can happen on,
right?
Or else it doesn't happen. And then part of it was just being lazy because, like, I didn't like recording on Friday because I work.
Yeah.
But today we started a little earlier, so it's better for me. And yeah, this is exciting stuff for everyone to hear about. But so I visited Adam, and we recorded so much while I was down there. Adam, what was the reason I visited you?
Well, it was for the WoW expansion.
That's right, the World of Warcraft, Warlords of Draenor.
Yeah.
Adam's played a ton of it, I can only assume.
Played very little.
I can't believe that you haven't played anymore.
I know, there's just so much going on now. Like, things really picked up in the fall.
Yeah.
So, I've actually been doing
Warlords of Draenor is probably the best expansion since maybe Wrath of the Lich King. Wrath of the Lich King was amazing. And
I think it's better than that, personally. I don't know about the story, but
the story in Lich King was why it was so good.
But the gameplay, I think, is definitely better.
Yeah, the gameplay's better. And the story is actually really interesting in this. They do a really good job, like, having the villains that are going to be the bosses in the final areas kind of showing up and fucking shit up in all the areas you're in, so you're like, they got away this time, but I'll catch them in the end.
Yeah, totally.
So there's cool stuff. Do you know the story behind this expansion at all?
I know some of it. I know, like, somebody went back in time.
Garrosh Hellscream got butthurt.
He got butthurt.
Because he got defeated in Pandaria, so he went back to before the Iron Horde invaded Azeroth, which is
Before
how
Warcraft 1.
Yes, exactly. Before the orcs came into the world through the Dark Portal and was like, hey, guess what? I'm going to be your leader now because I'm badass. And then I'll kill all the stupid other people and rule Azeroth, so my defeat will have never happened, basically. And it's, dick move. Dick move! It's actually kind of funny because I didn't notice it, but when you defeat Garrosh at the end of Siege of Orgrimmar, which is the final raid dungeon boss, final story boss of Mists of Pandaria, it says when you look at his corpse that he is alive. It says like knocked out or something. Yeah, it does. Yep, it says asleep or something. Yeah, whatever. So it's like, we beat him up and like he's not dead, but then he runs away, of course, to unleash the Iron Horde. And the expansion is really great. The garrisons are amazing.
Yeah.
Like, crazy amazing. I played a ton of that. Yeah. And
are you level capped?
I am. I got to 100 a couple days ago.
Nice.
It's pretty quick. I've hit the horrible buffer zone that exists.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not talking about DP dough, but the buffer zone, because I know that's
a joke
zone.
that like 3 people will get.
Yeah, well, if you order from DP doughs, there's a calzone called the buffer zone. But I'm in the horrible buffer zone between 100 and being geared for heroic dungeons, / being geared for LFR, because I need to be 615 for LFR, and I'm like 601, right? Or 605. So I need to get 10 item levels somewhere. And that sucks. So I'm going to have to run regular dungeons until I get stuff. Either that or do PvP. Which I don't want to do either. But I have to. Once I get up there, it'll be cool. But that should be really fun to do. And just get... Because I really want to do the... You have to log in during the 10th anniversary. Have you done that?
I did, yeah.
Okay, to get at least get your pet.
Yep.
And if you get to 100 before January, they have the Molten Core raid that you can do. You get the Core Hound mount.
Oh.
If you finish it, it's an LFR that you just finish and you get a mount. And it's a Core Hound. It's a flaming dog that looks awesome.
Yeah.
But apparently everyone says it's awful, that LFR, so... because it's Molten Core, so it's 40 man. And Molten Core is not easy. It's huge, for one, and 2, the mechanics are not friendly. They're wipe the raid if someone doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But it should be fun. I don't know. It'll be fun to try. And I've ran Molten Core back in the day in like 05, and so I know it. But it'll be fun. It'll be weird seeing that again. It's actually kind of a cool homage. I mean, World of Warcraft's been out for 10 years.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's crazy.
It is.
And they topped over 10 million subscribers again.
Yeah.
They went up 2 million subscribers for the expansion. Whew.
Yeah. I think that happens most expansions, but yeah, definitely this one was a big one.
This one was bigger, I think, than Pandaria's bump was. So it's good for them. I mean, the garrisons are really cool. They're a reason to keep coming back. Because you're kind of leveling up your shit. You're leveling up your followers, and you can gear all of your followers and raise them up to epic level and do invasions and have them fight beside you during the invasions. It's crazy. It's so much stuff you can do, and it's really cool. So that is neato. Yeah, so I don't know. You haven't played much of that, but that's going on in my life.
Yeah.
I played a lot of that. Other than that, we had a holiday in between. Well, let's talk about my trip. Let's talk about my visit.
Yeah.
So I visited.
Yeah.
That was all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Credit.
Yeah, I had a fun time. Played some WoW. Ate some bad food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got sick.
We didn't eat that much bad food this time. Well, yeah, you had some bad sushi, I think.
I don't know, because I'm still having problems, so I don't know if it was that.
It may just be something going on with you then.
Yeah, I got a lot of abdominal pain. It's bad. It's like coming and going.
Did you get that looked into?
I talked to a doctor, and they're like, if you think you ate some bad food, it can last weeks.
Really?
Yeah, as long as it's not really bad. It's probably just intestinal distress. So I said eat less bad food for a while and see if you feel better. And I felt better, and then I feel bad, and I feel better, so I probably have some weird intestinal problem.
That's great.
Yeah! It's great. I'm looking forward to having to go in for that.
Yeah.
Because I love going to the doctor, and it's the worst thing in the entire world, going to the doctor. And it's only because of the way that my insurance is.
Yeah.
Is that when I go to the doctors, I know I'm shelling out $35 every time. And so I never go to the doctor because I'm like, it's not worth the money. I'm not dying.
Yeah. I'm the same way.
So it's like, well, if I'm not dying, then I don't need to pay them money. You know what I mean? I don't know. What are they going to tell me? Stop eating pizza. Okay. Yeah. I'll do that, and then I'll feel better. I don't know. Yeah, I just had some weird pain. I don't know what it is. It's probably some terrible intestinal problem that I have that is going to be fun and chronic and life-threatening? I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah.
No, I don't know how to describe it. It's just all like gurgly.
Yeah.
A lot of gas. Maybe it's just gas pain. I don't know.
Could be.
They'll fucking get a look at it. I don't know. It comes and goes, though. Some days I feel fine. And then some days I'm just like, oh, my right upper abdomen really hurts.
Yeah.
And then the next day, today, my left upper abdomen hurts. And then the other day will be my lower right. It's like just spread, it's just moving around. I don't know.
Maybe you're just getting old.
Could be. I don't know.
That definitely could happen to me. Like because my diet's always been horrible.
Yeah.
It's just like at a certain point, it started like taking more of a toll. It's like, oh.
I agree. I think that's something you start hitting when you get in your late 20s. It's like, oh,
It is.
I can't just eat pizza.
Yeah.
So I had my brother over for Survivor Series,
Yeah.
and we ordered glass nickel pizza, and we ate Twizzlers and drank Surge from Amazon.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
felt like I was dying.
Yeah.
Like, I literally woke up at 2, and I was like, I think I need to go to the hospital. Like, because
Yeah.
my stomach hurt so bad. It was just, like, awful cramps, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's kind of what this pain almost more feels like a pulled muscle, like cramp. And maybe that's it. It's just that my stomach was cramping so bad that now all of my muscles are sore in my abdomen from cramping.
Yeah, could be.
I mean, it could be, because it comes and goes, and I feel fine sometimes, and sometimes I feel like I'm going to die.
Yeah.
I don't know. I need to go to a doctor.
Yeah.
I got to figure, I might just go tomorrow, just because it's a day off. I don't have to miss work.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Anyway, but I talked to a doctor. It's not like I haven't talked to a doctor. They're aware. I just need to go back in now because it isn't going away. So that's fun. Yeah. So I don't know if it was the sushi. Maybe it was the sushi. Just kind of started the bad stomach feeling, and then it just hasn't gone away. So maybe I need some medicine.
Maybe.
I don't know. They'll look at it. It's their job to figure it out. I just got to go in there. Be like, strap me in, coach. Put me on the monitors. I get to run on that sweet running machine where I'm breathing.
Oh, I've never had to do that.
You've never done that?
I mean, like, I don't want to, because I'll just
You'll die.
Yeah.
It'll just be like, we're testing your heart to make sure it's fine.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, I am having a heart attack because I'm running on this treadmill.
I'm tired after walking 2 blocks. I know that I'm not gonna be like doing that well on the running test.
I'm lucky that I'm in a hospital right now because I'm going to need to be in a hospital bed now.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's fun. And so we just I don't know what it is that I ate because it just like I really hope it's not something like IBS or something chronic that I'm gonna end up having to have shit my entire life now, where my stomach feels like shit all the time. Mm-hmm. Unless I eat like white bread sandwiches, basically like all pre-processed like mush.
Yeah.
I gotta switch to Soylent.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. And so I don't know. They'll tell me what to do. So that's fun. And we saw Big Hero 6 when I was down.
Yeah.
I got to see that batshit intro to a theater that you were telling me about.
Yes.
What's the name of that chain?
Warenberg.
Warenberg. Okay, so this intro is like Warenberg is like a theater chain, apparently, in the Midwest. The mid part of the Midwest, too. Like central Iowa, or central Illinois, sorry. And apparently they've been around for a long time because they fucking let you know.
They do.
During their intro that they've been around for like over 100 years.
Yeah.
Which I didn't think was possible for a movie theater. So I'm pretty sure like silent films weren't a real thing until like at least like 1915.
Well, they were back before the talkies.
I guess they just had like a vaudeville theater.
Yeah.
Like, get on down to Warenberg's.
Warenberg.
And see a knife throwing act. See the fat lady get a beard. I think that's what all vaudeville was. A lot of vamping.
Yep.
A lot of pratfalls.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of situations where like a set will fall down and the guy will fall through the door hole.
Yeah.
And be like, wah, 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 wah.
Classic.
Yeah, it's classic comedy. It just uproarious laughter from all the folk.
Yep.
Women needing to be getting the vapors, needing a fainting chair.
Quick wordplay. Who's on first?
Yep, who's on second? I don't know. What's on second? Who's on third? No. What's
I
his
don't know
name?
who's on third.
I don't know. Oh, man. What a genius comedic segment that is, by the way.
It is.
It is
really
really good, and it's really funny, and it's still funny. Like, you watch that today, and it's still funny, because it's just so infuriating, because you're just like, what? He doesn't get it. And, but it's just good. And, so yeah, Warenbergs, and then they do a weird like intro showing like all their theaters through the years.
Yeah.
And then they're like, Warenbergs. It's like a fucking like, I don't know, like a song for like how amazing they are. And
Warenberg Theater.
And then it like whispers Warenberg in your ear.
Surround sound.
And like the surround sound side ones, it's like Warenberg from like the upper left, Warenberg from behind right, like Warenberg, and you're just like, okay, they've gone too far. I remember the Getz Theater in Monroe.
Yeah.
Is like another one of those theaters that's just been around forever, and like a family theater business in Monroe, and they always had weird intros too, but theirs was like, they had like that classic like 70s movie theater intro, like Grindhouse kind of intro.
Yeah.
Or it'd be like, here's your coming attractions. And it'd be like, it would play like The Hustle.
Yeah.
Like, well, they're showing their like, we've got the Skyview Drive-In with fresh pizzas. And like all this just like weird, homemade theater screen videos that are really cool. I don't know.
Right.
That was fun. That was a cool theater.
Yeah.
And I love those. I love those fun theaters that are like that, you know?
Yeah, me too.
That aren't like the big chains, like your AMCs.
Carmike.
Ugh. You know what? I exclusively go to the Sundance Theater now.
Wow.
It's just...
Such a hipster.
Well, it's the closest theater, for one.
It is.
And it's... Okay, so, like, I went to go see the Hunger Games movie. Have you seen that?
Not the latest one.
You really should. It's really good. They did a really good job. Have you seen the second one?
Yeah, we saw the... Was it the first one or the second one we saw together, actually?
One of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's incredibly good. Like, it's... I mean, the reviews are all very, full praise. But, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
No, but I saw it there. But like... I was looking at the prices, and everyone's like, oh, the Sundance is so much more expensive. And I was like, is it, though? I don't know. Like...
It's a couple bucks more expensive.
No! It's like $1 more. I looked at the prices because they raised the prices at the fucking point.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I looked at the point to watch the Ultra Screen. It was like $12.
I thought it used to be like $2.50 more, but now...
No, it's like $12. And then, like, I went to the Sundance, and they were like, oh, it's $10.50 with a $1.50... Like, or no, it's $11.50 with a $1.50 amenity fee. So it was $13 per ticket instead of $12. And I was like, well, it's $1 more. It's closer, and the theater is always nicer because
the theater is.
They have really nice seats there, like really comfortable seats. You know, whereas there's like leg room. Because like one of the things I noticed in the new Marcus is like I can't even fit in the seats now. They did the airline thing. It's like my knees are jammed into the back of the seat in front of me.
Right.
And it's like, I used to be able to sit here and with my legs stretched out, and now I can't. And that's a bummer because, whatever. And then they have DLX seating now at the Ultra Screen. Mm-hmm. Have you heard of the DLX?
No.
So it's not like a D-Box. But it's like... kind of like a D-Box. So everybody gets their own individual, like, recliner, like a leather recliner.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all way up front, in front of the screen. Like, they're in the first, like, 4 rows.
Oh, really?
But they, like, recline all the way back, so you're basically laying down. and you have your own like personal speakers.
That could be kind of cool.
Yeah. I looked into trying to figure out how to get tickets for that, and I couldn't figure it out. And I was like, well, I can't figure out how to order these tickets for these stupid leather chairs. But
Yeah, the problem with D-Box is that they always cost like $19. That's like
I've actually heard that. So D-Box, for those who don't know, is like a special like theater experience where they put you in like motion chairs.
Yeah.
And like with like they usually have motion chairs and they have like individual speakers and like rumble seats and stuff, so that you can like feel like you're part of the action. But I've heard actually people say that it really takes you out of the action of the movie.
I watched Iron Man 3 and it was really good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I've heard that people are just like, you watch it and then you just feel like, okay, he's flying now, and now the seat's rumbling, and I can tell that the engineer decided to have it like rumble left and right here because he makes a little left, and you just start analyzing the motion based on the screen instead of paying attention to the screen.
They
I don't know
too and stuff. So
yeah, it's crazy.
cool.
Supposedly, I kind of wish we would have went.
One of the coolest things was like in Iron Man, there was some kind of explosion that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah,
Because it's like, did you ever see Iron Man 3?
yeah, I hated it.
Okay.
Well, I didn't hate it, but it was like a 3 out of 5.
Well, do you remember?
The best part was when he was with that kid.
Yeah, that's true. That's good.
Because he was awesome. He was such a dick to that kid.
There's the part early on, though, like in a flashback, where that plant explodes.
Yeah.
And it was amazing, because they kind of like showed something going on with the plant, but then they like went back to the other room, and all of a sudden there's this explosion, and your seat just like tilts big time to the left. It scared me shitless. It was amazing. It was one of those things that really worked, because it was like, it felt like you were being blown sideways by the explosion.
It was just perfectly timed.
Yeah, it was great. It was really good. But
That sounds cool.
yeah, I like that. But I mean, the rest of it, it's like you said, like they did stuff when he's flying around that tilted and stuff like that. It was cool, but it wasn't,
Yeah.
But there are definitely times when it works really well.
Yeah, for sure. And what, I guess, what was the overall, like, I don't know, how would you rate the D-Box experience? Worth the extra $6-7 ticket?
I think it is like maybe a summer blockbuster, which is generally the only ones they do them for anyways, I think.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want to watch the Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy one, maybe, but...
Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so we watched that. We saw Big Hero 6 is what we saw. That was a really fun movie.
It was.
That was really good. I liked that a lot. That was just a fun, like, kids movie with cool robots, and like it was really funny in spots, and it just was well put together. Like,
it was. Yeah.
I really liked that movie, and it was fun. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that movie, other than the fact that I want a robot pal.
Yeah, I know.
You can rock it around with. That will. Maybe he could tell what's going on with my stomach.
Yeah. He'd
just be like, "You need colon cleanse," and then like a tube comes out. And I'm like, "No! Oh God!" He pins me to the wall. Whirring metal noises begin, and I'm like, no. He's like, "You will be anesthetized," and a syringe pops out.
It's got like a mixer attachment at the end of it.
Yeah, it's like a cake batter mixer.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, oh God, and then I just black out, and I wake up in my bed, and I'm like, just like feel better, and I'm just like, what happened? That is
probably
not
better you don't know.
That is not for you to know about. You are healed. Let's not ask more questions.
He suddenly feels like really awkward around you afterwards.
Oh, I didn't. How are you?
Nice weather we're having.
I'm fine. What's going on? Oh, nothing. I must be going now. Aren't you gonna do a follow-up? No, I've seen quite enough.
Some would say too much.
Oh my God. Yeah, and then I would be satisfied with my care, and then he would go in his little box. Mm-hmm. That was a fun movie. God, that was fun. Oh, and I had milk duds.
Mm-hmm.
Illinois
I
is
went with
so
my-
weird. I don't know how to describe Illinois. It's just weird.
Even the milk duds are different. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's just a weird. It just seems different than Wisconsin. Like the culture is different.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just, but it isn't. You know what I mean? It just feels different.
Yeah, it's a different place.
Yeah.
You probably spent most of your life in Southwest Wisconsin.
I've said this before, but I think the big part is that there's just more black people.
Yeah,
There's no black people in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
It's crazy. You go to like Illinois and you're like, oh yeah.
black people exist.
Well, in like Madison, it's like, oh yeah, go to the east side.
Yeah.
Like in Madison, it's so fucking like segregated that just
guess,
certain
yeah.
areas, where the African American like citizens live, and and I don't even have any. I live in like like the traditional like lower income housing areas. You know what I mean? Around here. Not to insinuate anything, but it just tends to be where all of the Mexican people live, because that's kind of what my apartment complex is. A lot of Hispanic families, a lot of families. It's crazy, and there's the neighbors with a terrible dog.
Well, that's the thing. There's actually not as many probably Mexicans around here.
Yeah, that's Wisconsin's crazy. Wisconsin has a big Hispanic population, actually. Which is weird, but it just does.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a cool place to be. If you're Mexican. Or, well, I would say Latino, but I'm pretty sure it's mostly Mexican.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of Puerto Ricans or Costa Ricans or Guatemalans or Ecuadorians make their way up here.
It's not Latino, but like, isn't there like a big Hmong?
There is a huge Hmong community in
Yeah.
Wisconsin, and Madison has a giant Asian American, like Chinese population, because there's so many again, I'm like stereotyping here, but there are so many tech industries in Madison and pharmaceutical. Like we have a lot of Chinese American people in my business where I work, like a ton. So it's crazy. Just diverse in different ways, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just weird. It's not weird. It's just different. You know what I mean? It just feels different for some reason.
Yeah.
It's like I don't like leaving my home. I get scared. There's people outside that are different.
There are.
Different
Although
than
you
the
didn't
people
even see that many because we spent most of the week here.
Oh, I know. I spent most of the week. But those small ventures out. Did I leave your apartment only the one time?
We went to the gas station at least twice.
Did we? I don't remember going to the gas
That's
station
right. I went the second time
once.
myself.
You went by yourself.
Yeah. We went
Did
to
we
the
go?
movie theater.
I don't
And you
think I
went to the gas
ever went
station.
to the gas station.
You did once. I know you did once.
Did I?
Yeah.
I think I did on my way in.
I think you did once when I was here too.
I don't remember. Oh, maybe.
Early on,
Did
I
I go
think.
without you? I think I went without you.
No, I went without you once.
Oh my god, it's such a blur.
Yeah, it is kind of.
I know.
It's
I want to go back. Get some more time off.
Well, I'll have a week off around Christmas. Like a whole week. Like
Maybe I'll take some more time off.
maybe.
I'm gonna look into that actually.
Okay.
Just because I'm bored.
Yeah. I mean, most of my
You
family
gotta watch
doesn't
more
have that
Soup
much
Natch.
time off. Yeah, it's true. We do. Need to catch up on that.
Well, I just have so much time off saved up, you know.
and
Like
Cora will probably be done then too.
I've got like, yeah, I have an insane amount of hours saved up. Like when I went to visit you, I have 130 hours of time
Oh
off
my
saved up.
god. You must get them more than I do.
I do.
'Cause,
Oh yeah, I get 3 weeks off a year.
Damn. Well, vacation wise, I only get like 12 a year,
Yeah, you get like a little under 2 weeks.
and I get 12 sick as well.
Oh, well, that's about the same as mine.
But sick, they're a little bit more strict on sick
Exactly,
times, so.
exactly. That's what's the bullshit about splitting out sick and time off.
Yeah.
Because then you can only use the sick days if you're actually sick. You know what I mean? And those always have to be an emergency, like call in. Like, oh, I can't make it in today. I have the flu.
Well, they let us use them for like doctor's appointments and dentist stuff and
Yeah. But like,
And
Yeah.
my supervisor said, if you can tell me too, if you like wake up and are in a horrible mood and stuff, we're in a customer service industry. He's like, if you need a mental health day, that's okay. It's like that counts sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, generally those are unplanned.
Yeah, definitely. So cool. Well, I made my way down there. We hung out. I brought a lot of food down.
You did. That helped.
I left a bunch of food.
Yeah, which was great for me.
I didn't want to take it. I took the alcohol,
Yeah.
and the chips, but
Yeah.
I don't like those chips. They suck.
Yeah.
They're not good.
What kind of was it popcorn?
They were Pirate's Booty,
Pirate's Booty.
puff corn, aged white cheddar.
Oh yeah, those weren't. Yeah,
They're too tangy. They made
Yeah.
they made them too like white cheddar tangy and not
I was
like.
gonna say they didn't taste that cheesy.
If they were
really.
just plain, they would have been better.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that dusting wasn't good. So that was a mistake. But the yakisoba was good. The udon was good. I just had so much intestinal distress. I felt really good today though.
That's
But
good.
a little bad an hour ago, but now I feel better. So I wonder if it's just gas.
It probably is.
It must be just some bad bacteria that's causing a lot of gas because
Yeah.
it goes away and then comes back and then goes away. Oh, they'll tell me though. I gotta pay $35 goddamn dollars.
Yeah.
That's the shitty part. $35 damn
business.
dollars for them to be like, oh yeah, you're fine. It's like, oh thanks, okay, good.
Great.
Peace of mind, I guess. I still feel like crap, but yeah. Let's see here. What else did I do? Oh, I got a tablet. I got that Samsung tablet
Oh yeah.
that doesn't work at all.
Yeah. Did
My
you?
computer's also broken. It's just technology is great for John.
I swear you have some kind of field around you.
I
that
know.
just
And, oh, my
shit.
Nexus 7 died when I got back.
Oh, did it?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Did you send that one back?
I did.
You did.
Yes, I mailed it back. So, we can talk about that. I just want to give props to Samsung. So, I bought my Samsung Galaxy Note 12.2, Note Pro 12.2. So, it's the giant, super giant 12-inch tablet, like the
Yeah.
biggest one they make. Super powerful. Retails for like $560 or some nonsense. Actually, the one I had is $650 because it's the bigger one. Like 32 gig instead of 16. And which is bullshit, by the way. $100 more for 16 more gigs. Anyway, and it comes with an SD card slot, honestly. So,
Yeah.
but so I got I got it for like $200, $300 off. It was refurbished from Woot. Woot said, "Oh, talk to Samsung if you have any issues." It came with a warranty card from some weird refurbished company. You know, and they were like, "Oh, well, we don't know what to do. You're supposed to talk to Woot." And I was like, "Oh, well, they said to talk to someone else." And so they sent me like all right, ship it back to us. Don't forget to pay for insurance when you ship it and all this bullshit. I'm like, you're making me pay for fucking shipping. Like, I was like, all right. So I talked to Samsung people to get help, you know. And they were pretty helpful, actually. Like, they got back to me, like, every day. It took a day to get a response, but it was consistent. Like, I would send it off. They would get back to me the next day. Went through that. Sent them... They couldn't figure out, like, anything, so I sent them photos of my serial number, and they're like, okay, we're giving you a 1-year warranty from this date. Like, right now. So they extended my warranty to a 1 year from a 90-day.
That's great.
Yeah. And they were like, send it in. Here's prepaid shipping. Put it in a box, send it to us. So it's off now, getting fixed.
Cool.
So that is awesome of them to be nice like that.
When you talked to them, did they say anything like, "Oh, we've had problems with this"?
No one's seen that.
Really?
So I wonder if it's just when it got refurbished,
Yeah.
they put in an older Wi-Fi part that just doesn't work with the newer updates or something.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because it kind of broke when it updated firmware to KitKat, the newest version. Which kind of sucks because I'd like to have the newest version, but when they send it back, I really, really hope that it works with the newest version. And they don't just send it back wiped without updating it. And then I update it and it's slow again.
That would suck.
Yeah, because then I have to send it back again. and be like, hey, fix it. Because you can't, again, I learned this the hard way. When you do a hard reset, doesn't change it.
Yeah, I figured that.
You can't back up firmware updates, which is dumb, by the way.
Well, you can't put your own firmware loader in.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to bother with that, what was under warranty, because they'll, do it for free. So I sent it back. They got it. I got a notification that they received it, so it's getting worked on. So not having a tablet, I broke down and bought a tablet, another one.
Yeah.
Once you get in the tablet lifestyle, there's no way around it. I can't sit on the toilet and read books on my phone like an animal. I need a tablet or something. So on Black Friday, Amazon had Kindles on sale, and they had the Kindle Fire 7 HD. It's the one they put out this October. It's just the updated with new guts version of their Kindle Fire 7-inch.
Right.
And I was like, fuck it. They had it $30 off, so it was $109. And I was like, fuck it. I just need something to read books on. And when I get that giant tablet, it'll be nice for watching videos and playing games, and surfing the web. But, you can't really hold that with one hand.
Yeah.
So, good for typing on, too, the big one, apparently, because there's a lot of space. So, much easier to hold in your hand and type. So I was like, I want the one-hand Kindle. I got it. I paid, I think, $20 extra to get a 16 gig one because it's 8 gig, and that's it's like no space. Yeah. But so I ended up paying $129 in tax, and god damn, that thing is awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. The Kindle Fire is really cool, and it's cheap.
Yeah.
It's bound to the Android Amazon App Store.
That's what I was going to say. That would be the part that would drive me nuts.
Terrible.
I know, right?
It is awful.
Now that's one that you should.
It is awful. Like, for instance, I looked up some. You can't. So they really locked that thing down. No, I'm not bothering because I'm not Adam. Do you not understand what meddling with technology has wrought me?
I suppose that's true. I did it in my
it,
Galaxy, and it was fine. So
I'm leaving it with my stock shit and not dealing with it. I'm not fucking around with it. Because I'm literally only using it for browsing the web and reading Kindle books.
That's fine,
and maybe playing a game or two. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, so I went to look up, Android, the Amazon App Store is fucking awful. Yeah. So I went to look up apps, and they have nothing. No Google apps either, by the way, so no Hangouts or anything. No YouTube either. There's no YouTube app.
I couldn't do it. I would need something that had Android.
It's worth it, though, because the fucking thing is so cheap. It has a really nice screen. It's super fast because it has a quad-core processor in it. And apparently everyone's like, it looks gorgeous. It's got a great screen. It's super light. But it's stuck with Amazon, and everyone felt like it. And the reviews I've read is that it feels like an Amazon consumption device and not a tablet. And it's like, whatever. Oh, and they pumped out a new update to their OS, and they were like, hey, here's the Washington Post app free for 6 months. And it's awesome. It's really cool. It's real good news articles. I'm reading. I'm like, this is sweet. I got a newspaper subscription now. I don't know. It's cool. I don't know. I like it. They're really friendly with their customer service because it's Amazon. They're pretty good usually. And I get Amazon Prime streaming on it, which I don't think you can do on Android tablets, actually.
You can.
You can? They did add that? I know that they had
Oh, wait. No, I guess they don't.
I don't think you got Amazon Prime on those.
No, you don't, actually. They've locked it down so you can only use
it's Kindle only.
Yeah, you're right.
And you can actually cast it to your screen.
Yeah.
From your Amazon, but you have to have the PS4 with the Amazon app. So it's the same. You can just do it there too.
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't you just use the PS4 app?
Well, if you had the Fire TV, you can do it that way too.
Okay.
Which my mom bought.
Really?
Yeah. Well, the Chromecast didn't really work super well because their internet's really bad.
Yeah.
And they don't really have Netflix. And
you could get a cheap Roku for.
I know, but the Roku doesn't have Amazon Prime streaming. And the only way to get it is that Fire Stick. And the Fire Stick was $20 the day my mom got it. And to have Android, because they have Prime, Amazon Prime. So the only way they can get, they don't have Netflix, don't have Hulu or any of that. So it's useless to them unless it can stream a service they already have.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like actually like, because I was like, oh, you can put stuff on the computer and cast it from a tab, but it was super slow because their computer's old, so it didn't really work. So I was like, well, I'll just take this Chromecast you've purchased.
I like mine. I don't use it that much, but
you don't use it that much, but it's nice to have when you do want to use it.
I used it mostly for YouTube, but now the YouTube app is finally out on
PS4. The YouTube app on PS4 is very good too.
It is. It's really good.
So it's kind of cool. So I like that. I like it. The 7. I'm really happy with it, and they're just good. It came preloaded with all of my apps on it that I had and everything, basically. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool how they do that, and it's already set up for you because it sets it up with your Amazon account, basically.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just works. It's kind of idiot-proof feeling, I kind of don't like it, but it also, I feel like it's never gonna have it's kind of like Apple.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's kind of like my iPhone then.
They put so much shit locking down all of the settings that you can fuck around with to ruin your own experience, which happens sometimes with Android, where you're fucking around with power settings and then it just ruins your battery life because you fucked up. So yeah, I don't know, and it's great for reading books, which is why I got it, because I was gonna get a Paperwhite,
Yeah.
But they were $99.
Right.
And this was $10 more, and I was and it can do apps and read the internet and watch YouTube videos. I was I'll just take this.
Yeah.
So yeah. Now I'll be a 2-tablet man again when I get my big one back. Yeah. I don't know. It's just one of those things that once you start using a tablet, you never go back. And Eric was talking about it because he got one too, my brother.
Yeah.
Because he was just I got some leftover cash, and his little computer doesn't work very well anymore, so he kind of wants something just for mobile using. And he's like, well, I'm usually sitting next to my computer because it's in my room. But I was like, dude, just wait till you get a tablet. One of the joys of my life is waking up, putting my glasses on, grabbing the tablet, and reading news in bed in the morning. Just having it and just being what's going on in the world? Let's read. Read a book, watch a YouTube video. I don't know. It's fun just sitting there, and I love it. Or doing crossword puzzles in an app. I started doing crossword puzzles a lot. You get kind of addicted.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to get into that, actually, because it's funny, because I was watching a show or something like that, and somebody was doing it, and I was like, man, that sounds like fun. I don't know.
It is fun, because you really, puzzling yourself and trying to figure it out, and crossword puzzle apps are the best, because they tell you when you start inputting the wrong thing, so you don't fuck your entire crossword up by putting the wrong words in. And so you're just oh shit, that's wrong. I'll have to guess again. Yeah, I don't know. I like crossword puzzles a lot. I don't know. This is really boring. I just got into crossword puzzles. What can I say?
Yeah.
Oh, we got all these fucking games coming out, and I got into crossword puzzles.
I feel like crossword puzzles, kind of now's the time for me to start doing them, because I used to like them when I was younger, but I just didn't have enough world knowledge.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have enough now that maybe it would actually be worth.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Trying.
You can find some good crossword puzzle apps, especially on Apple, because people only ever release fucking apps on Apple is the deal.
Way. Yeah.
So I love it when everyone's talking about, oh, have you tried out this new game? It's on mobile devices. I'm like, iOS. Oh yeah, and they're like, yeah, it's on iOS. I'm like, motherfucker. It's fucking easy as shit to put stuff out on fucking Google, but nobody does.
I was actually thinking, when I get my tax return, about possibly getting an iPad or something.
Get a fucking iPad. Yeah. You should. They're better.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But every time I think about getting an iPad, I'm like, but it doesn't have an SD card slot.
Yeah.
I can't drag and drop movie files into it.
It's just you can.
You have to do it through the fucking video app, and they have to be MP4s.
Yeah, I think it automatically converts stuff though. So.
Yeah, actually, they've gotten better with it. Yeah, I think it totally does It doesn't auto convert, but I'm 99.9% sure that if you use iTunes,
Yeah.
if you drag a file in, it'll convert it to MP4 and save a copy.
Yeah.
Like, it just auto does it. So, yeah. And that's easier than other stuff. But, I mean, you know, I say fuck Apple, but their products don't have as many problems. It's just the way it is.
I love my iPhone.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I'm going back, yeah.
It's fine. I may go that direction in the future.
Yeah.
I just, you know...
Yeah.
Android really needs to like rein in some of these companies like Samsung and just be like, hey, stop putting your UI over our beautiful UI.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
Because the 5.0 update was gorgeous, and it bricked my tablet, but it was gorgeous because I updated it, and then like 3 days later it crashed and wouldn't start.
Ooh.
I know. And I told him I was like, well, how much would it cost for you guys to fix this? Like, since they couldn't figure out how to reboot it over the phone, they're like, well, if you mail it in, it'd be like $100. I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
It's like half the price I paid for it, because I think I paid $200 for it. So, yeah, no. I'm fine. So would be my... So I've now owned 4 tablets, because I bought a Nook... Remember,
I about that.
Yeah, I bought a Nook and I rooted it to Android.
Yeah.
And it worked, but it was super fucking slow.
Yeah.
And I have since just dumped it. I mean, I paid $80 for that Nook.
Yeah.
Like, it was nothing. So but it was fun to dick around with, like, rooting it. But yeah, it was really slow. Like, you couldn't do anything on it but watch videos and read web pages. And even then, it was slow. Just because, you know... It's not a fast tablet.
Right.
But the Kindle's pretty good. So I've had that. I've had an Nexus 7. I've had a Kindle Fire and a Samsung Galaxy Tab.
Man.
Yeah. And so far, the Kindle's the best one I've had. The Nexus 7 was nice, but it got slow. It got real slow after a while.
That's
because
all those.
They kept pushing out Android updates, and it kept slowing my tablet down.
Yeah. That's the same thing with any kind of, piece of hardware is get new software updates, and hardware just can't keep up.
Yeah, I'll probably, honestly, when they send me that tablet back, if it isn't fully updated, I'm probably just going to opt out.
Yeah.
I don't want to, and if it's working, like the Wi-Fi, I'm not even going to bother updating, because...
That'll work probably for a good while. Eventually, sometimes, though, you'll get, apps that are like, well, only works in...
The new version?
Yeah.
I don't think that usually happens with the KitKat incremental updates.
Probably not.
It does when they switch from, 4.22... No, but that's not the way that... Android's stupid, because...
Android has a lot of backwards compatibility.
Yeah, because a lot of devices don't update.
Exactly, yeah.
So they want to try and keep it. Yeah, Android's stupid.
Usually it's just apps that take advantage of, new features.
Yep.
In the software.
Yeah. So I wouldn't even bother. I'm not even going to bother. But, I mean, if there's an app I need that needs the update, then maybe I will. But I'm not going to even try. So I don't want to dick with it. And I still need to take my computer in to get fixed. I just gotta fucking man up and drive to your computer place and drop it off and be like, well, good luck. Please fix it.
Yeah.
Ugh, I don't have any fucking money, Adam.
I know that.
I shouldn't have bought the tablet, because the 2 tablets I bought.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have bought those 2 tablets.
All right.
I worked a lot of overtime, though, so I actually had an extra $700. But still, I bought glasses, too. I forgot. $400 glasses. I fucking hate glasses. They're so expensive.
I need new glasses. I haven't been to the optometrist in a couple of years.
So I went to this one. I had new glasses. I just got a bill from them today, too.
Yeah.
A copay. I don't want to throw this place under the bus, because I need to talk to them. But they sent me a copay for an eyeglass adjustment appointment. Of which, when I came in and was like, hey, these are chafing my ears a bit. Can you adjust them so they don't?
Almost all places do that for free.
Yeah! Well, they billed my fucking insurance company for it, and they sent me a copay.
That's weird.
Bill. Yeah, fuck you. That's what I'm going to tell them.
Yeah.
Like, not in so many uncertain words. I'm like, hey, I'm not paying this because this was a follow-up for me originally purchasing them.
I think any lens crafters that you go to, even if you don't buy from them, will do that for free anyway.
I think that, honestly, what happened was it just got billed wrong. That's probably it, because medical billing is so bullshit anyway. Yeah. I'm sure they're like, oh, shit, we put this as insurance and not as a, like, free thing. Like, or it wasn't linked to your previous visit, so they thought it as a new visit.
Yeah.
I don't know. If they want me to pay it, I'll pay it. It's $35, but I'm going to tell them I'm never coming back. I'll go to a different place that's not going to charge me for a fucking 5-minute visit, of which I sit there for literally less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Come in, then be like, oh, well, let me move the frames a little bit to the, front a little bit here. All right, does that sit better on your face? Yeah, it feels good now. All right, bye. That was the meeting.
Right.
Like, and I got charged $35 for that, which is my copay, which is insane.
Yeah.
$35 copay. Fucking what world do we live in? That's more than a tank of gas now.
I think I get like a free eye visit every year.
I do too. I did my free eye visit. Yeah. And then this follow-up was fucking needed a copay.
Wow.
I know. Yeah. So I gotta talk to them and be like, you guys are either gonna foot the bill or I'm never coming back.
Yeah.
If you want to bill it that way, feel free. They can probably just cancel the charges, though, to my insurance company, and then it'll go away. But I don't know. Fucking, the world is the worst, Adam. This is the thing you learn when you get to an adult. Like, all right, folks, gather round. John's going to tell you a tale. So, like, when you like, grow up, it's like one of the biggest things that you'll realize. All right, so, you're in college. You're not grown up. You're not grown up until you get out of college for at least 2 years. Because you don't know what the real world's like. Because you're in college, you're getting loans, you're still getting money from your parents or from some scholarship, You're going to classes, you got a schedule given to you usually when you select classes. You know what you got to do, everything's planned out. Once you get out of college and enter the real world, it's a different fucking thing altogether. And then you realize, okay, the first thing you realize is nobody tells you what to do. You got to figure out how to do everything on your own. You got to set up your own doctor's appointments. You got to do all this. You know what I mean? Nothing's laid out for you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's your responsibility to do everything. You get a little taste of that in college, but not 100%. And it's like, oh, that's freedom that you have now that you didn't have before. That's exciting and new. That's like what you learn in your mid-20s. When you get into your late 20s, you know what the lesson you learn is, Adam? What's the lesson, Adam, that you start learning?
All that shit sucks.
Is that that life in your adulthood, specifically your late 20s through your 30s and 40s, is just all red tape.
Yeah.
Everything is red tape.
Yeah.
Like this fucking eye visit. Just to get my eyeglasses adjusted. 9 times out of 10, no problem. This time, billed it wrong. I have to fucking call someone, deal with it, because it's my responsibility, because they billed me now. And, like, when you're a kid or you're in college, you're just like, oh, that's part of your insurance, that you have to your parents, and your parents pay for it, Yeah. So...
Or it's covered under your tuition as part of some student health thing. Yeah.
Exactly. And then now... even when you're like in your early or your mid-20s, you usually don't have stuff like that because you're still under your parents' plan or, you just don't have eye problems, mm-hmm. in your mid-20s. But yeah, it's just funny because you just learn, like my fucking tablet being busted. I gotta fucking call someone. My computer being busted. I gotta call someone. It's my responsibility to get it repaired.
Yeah.
And it just sucks. And... you gotta fight for yourself is what you learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you just gotta raise the stink. You raise the stink, you get what you want. That's the thing you learn. I'm serious.
Yeah, you learn that. True.
It's something you learn when you get older, is that if you just let people do things to you, you're a doormat and everyone will shit all over you.
I was gonna say, I think it's more like just learning not to be taken advantage of.
Exactly.
Because everyone will try.
It's like fucking prison. When somebody fucking shoves you, you shove them back to show you're not weak. Yeah. When fucking this company sends me a broken-ass tablet, I fucking, send them a fucking thing like, you gotta fix this, and then they get it, and they give me a new warranty. It's like, yeah, that's right, motherfucker. You fucking give me what I deserve. I paid you money. Yeah, that's it. That's what life is. Life's a prison. You're all stuck in here with me. Oh shit. Yeah. That's true though. I don't know. It's like it's the second step of adulthood life lessons. Is that you're in charge of your own like fucking shit, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Anyway, so that's that. I guess I kind of caught up on all my technology issues, my computer issue, the visit we had. Played a lot of World of Warcraft. We experienced the launch. That was fun.
We did. It was.
That's literally one of those experiences you only get once in a while. Where just everybody's rushing in. It's like chaos. Servers are down. You're talking to people like, "Oh man, the server crashed." Like, "Yeah, it crashed for me too." And then wait 20 minutes and it's like back up, and you run in there and do a couple things, and it bugs out again. And they actually had a pretty crash-free launch.
It wasn't that bad.
Like people were bitching, and I just want to call out the World of Warcraft subreddit. Fuck you. The guy who ran that subreddit locked it when he was unable to log into his account because of a queue. And so he would just lock the subreddit every time he was waiting in a queue.
Wow.
Fucking bullshit. That's the problem with Reddit, by the way. I don't want to get on Reddit too much because I kind of dislike it, but I kind of like it. But then again, I guess think about it this way. Reddit is what it is. It's a community.
Yeah,
there are bad people and good people.
Yeah.
There are good communities and there are bad communities in Reddit. Yeah, that's it. But that one just had somebody, and then they actually Reddit ousted that guy basically. They're like, you can't fucking do that. That's like abuse. Like people are using this to talk about things. Like the expansion just came out, and you're fucking locking people out of it because you're petty bullshit. Yep. So that happened. Watched a bunch of Soup Natch.
Yeah.
I got really into that again.
Yeah.
That season's pretty good.
It is.
They do a really good job with
there.
Yeah, they do a really good job with that season. Season 8, I think we're on.
We are on 8, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. They do some good stuff. What else is there?
Caught up on Korra.
Caught up on Korra, but there's still a bunch of that left.
Yep.
All right, so that happened. I went home, and then we had the holiday basically the week after.
Yep.
Thanksgiving. You have a good Thanksgiving?
I did.
Did you give any thanks?
Yeah, I was thankful. I didn't really give thanks to
Why not?
any particular
Why not?
deity.
Why not?
I'm an atheist, you know that.
No, you gotta give thanks to somebody, your fucking relatives, the people around you, your friends.
I'm thankful for them. I don't give thanks to them.
Oh, you don't.
I say thank you, if that's what you mean. Thank you for
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta say thank you for all your friends have done
give
for
thanks,
you.
it seems like it's to a more
No.
impartial.
Adam, thank you. I just gave you thanks.
Most people would just say you're just thanking somebody, not that you're giving them thanks.
Well, I'm giving you thanks. Thank you.
All right, thanks, John.
You're welcome.
Thank you for giving thanks to me.
Thank you. You're welcome. So Thanksgiving, what's the spread at the ham Thanksgiving? Not the not ham Thanksgiving, actually.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you went to your mother's side.
No, actually, this time things were a little bit fractured.
Oh God, fractured fairy tales.
Yeah. Due to some car troubles, my sister and
yeah, I heard about
her
that.
boyfriend, yeah, they were kind of isolated in Springfield.
Yep.
And we weren't really having a big Thanksgiving thing at my mom's, so they went to my stepdad's.
Yep.
For their side of the family, and my dad and his mom's side of the family were in Missouri, so I ended up just going to my sister's in Springfield and hang out with them. So
That's fun though.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's kind of fun though. Like going to a small get together instead.
Yeah. We didn't get like a big turkey because there wasn't much of us, so we had chicken instead.
Oh, that's fun though.
Yeah, but we had stuffing, mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
She made a really amazing, like pumpkin cheesecake kind of pie. Yeah,
that sounds good.
It was really good. Yeah, we had mashed potato, a green bean casserole, cheesy potatoes.
Oh wow, the whole spread basically.
It was supposed to rolls. We had everything. It
That's
was
nice.
great. And she had like a bottle of wine. I don't think she got it for Thanksgiving, but she had some wine laying around. We had some of that afterwards. It was good.
Nice. That sounds fun.
It was. It was a lot of fun.
Good for you.
Yep.
Good for Adam. Clap, clap, slow clap.
I guess the only thing I didn't really have, which I didn't think about at the time because there's so much other amazing good stuff, that I didn't have sweet potatoes this time around.
I didn't have any of those at ours either.
I like sweet potatoes. I usually have them, but
I like them, but we usually don't have them at our Thanksgiving. We usually have squash instead.
Squash.
Butternut squash.
Mm.
It's orange, sweet. It's kind of like sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
It's pretty similar in some ways.
Okay.
No, but I like. We had. You know what's really good, Adam?
What?
So I went to a restaurant and they had like a 50-50 mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
It was half regular potato, half sweet potato mashed together.
Ooh.
It was really good because it was like savory, buttery mashed potatoes with just a hint of that sweet potato.
Yeah.
Like it was good. That's a good combo. That's Jon approved mashed potato combination. What did we have? We had mashed potatoes. We had the whole spread. Turkey. We didn't have a bird. We never do a bird at my parents' place. They don't like cooking a bird.
Yeah.
Takes too long.
Yeah.
We always just end up cooking 2 turkey breasts, like separated.
I like dark meat.
You do get dark meat in the breast. Especially a turkey breast. They're so fucking giant. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Not as much, but you get some dark meat. I know you like the dark meat.
Man.
No, yeah, I know. But so yeah, we had that. We had what else did we have? We have ham for some reason. I don't know. Got your relish tray, deviled eggs, fucking.
Oh, I didn't have any of those either.
Deviled eggs are so good.
Yeah.
Relish tray. Got your fucking stuffing. We didn't have stuffing because, of course, it's not a stuffed in because it's not a bird. But got dressing, which is good too. Made in a crock pot. It's all good. Gravy, pumpkin pie, apple pie, peach pie, a lot of pies, pecan pie.
Yeah.
All there. Pecan pie is the best pie.
No, it's gross.
It's fucking amazing.
Nasty.
From someone who likes sweet tea, how can you not like pecan pie? Because it's literally like sugar pie.
Has pecans.
You don't taste the pecan.
Oh, you do.
You do not.
You do.
You've never eaten pecan pie.
I have. I have tried pecan pie.
When?
Like 10 years. No, maybe more than that. 15 years ago. It was gross.
You're the worst. People like you are the worst.
What? I've had it.
Just people that try something once and then just put it off for their entire life.
I've tried it more than
I
once.
used to hate squash. And I had squash this year and I was like, you know what? I kind of like it. I don't know. You just your palate gets more refined as you get older. I've
had pecans. They're gross.
Oh my God, Adam! If anyone, listeners will know, pecan pie is 90% corn syrup,
and the rest is pecan.
5% pecan, 5% crust. It's literally like sugar goop with a little nutty flavoring. It's delicious. Anyway, it's my favorite pie. We had some of that. It's just delicious. Thanksgiving's delicious.
It is.
I didn't have any stomach problems then, so it was all good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they come and go. I don't know. Maybe I'm allergic to something now.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Maybe I'm lactose intolerant.
Maybe.
I don't drink a lot of milk though.
I don't think we had any milk here.
I was about to say. Well,
because I don't really like milk either.
Well, we had those peppermint Starbucks.
Oh, that's true.
No, could be an ulcer. I took a lot of ibuprofen.
Yeah.
I was worried about that at first. That's what I thought it was.
You have to take a lot of that usually, though.
Usually, but sometimes it,
I thought Tylenol was worse on it.
Tylenol is ibuprofen.
No, they're different. Tylenol is acetaminophen.
Well, they're both NSAIDs, so they both do it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's worse than ibuprofen, but they both are bad for your stomach to have a lot of. But I really only took probably a total of maybe 10 tablets over like 3 days. Like, you know what I mean?
Do it.
No.
From what I understand, you have to take a good amount. Usually.
That's actually not true, though.
Really?
Yeah, they actually recently have changed, like, the wording and stuff. They're like, no.
Oh, really?
You can take not very much and hurt your stomach.
Huh.
This stuff can be bad. I mean, it's not, like, deadly, you know what I mean? It's just you're going to give yourself an ulcer and then you have to take medication, you know.
I generally take aspirin anyway, for the most part.
You should. It's better. It doesn't work as well, though, for pain relief that's, like...
Not headache related.
Yeah, not headache related.
Yeah. Usually I only take stuff like that for headaches, and usually I just take aspirin because I figure, it's also a blood thinner, and, you know, can't
It's
hurt.
good for you.
It's good for you. Like,
it literally is.
yeah. Taking one a day is good for
I was
you.
just about to say, a lot of doctors just say take a baby aspirin a day.
Mm-hmm.
Thins your blood just a little bit. Stops clots. So anyway, I should buy aspirin. Maybe I should start taking aspirin.
Yeah,
it's better
okay,
for your
man.
stomach.
Exactly.
I love ibuprofen, though, because it works. Like, the acetaminophen doesn't work at all for headaches for me. But, like, ibuprofen, I take one of those, 20, 30 minutes later, it's gone. I love
You know,
it.
to be honest, I take them so rarely. I don't even know what works better for me because I hardly ever take them. And when I do, I usually buy aspirin.
I honestly
when I'm
haven't
finding
gotten a lot of headaches lately. I used to get a lot of headaches, and now I don't. So, I don't know. This is like the body health cast.
medicine.
It's like the feeling sick all the time cast. It's just the emotions that I'm in right now, the state I'm in.
Yeah.
What else is going on? Okay, so we had Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yeah.
Did you do anything? You get any Black Friday? Get your Black Friday on?
I got a few games.
I got the Kindle.
Yeah.
Aforementioned.
I got Shadow of Mordor, and a little bit before that I got Dragon Age.
Okay, I got Shadow of Mordor as well.
And I got Transistor, I think.
I didn't
It
bother.
was like $7 or something.
Yeah, it was half off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Shadow of Mordor, and I got Infamous Second Son, which I haven't tried yet. I bought Far Cry 4 at full price, so I've been playing that, and I've been playing Shadow of Mordor, I've been playing World of Warcraft. So we talked about World of Warcraft.
I just played some Shadow of Mordor today.
I bought a
First
Kindle.
time.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me guess, you got your ass handed to you.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was going to say, yeah.
Yep,
It
that's
was
how
harder than I thought.
that's how that game starts out.
It does.
You are seriously underpowered at the start of that game.
I was going to ask you if that was the case, because,
Yes,
I got out there and I was like, I got like a couple big fights and I was like, oh, wow, I went down fast.
100% the way it is, because they don't
Okay.
really give you a tutorial on combat very much.
Yeah.
The answer to that is hit triangle all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
Is the first thing. Second thing is you can buy upgrades. Like,
Right.
do that immediately. You earn like Mirian, which is like
Yeah.
the currency.
The money.
There's a health upgrade that like increases your health by like double.
Oh, really?
Get that immediately.
I should, yeah.
And then you get another like quarter. I basically, my health is like almost more than double what it was when I started. You get no health to begin with, and the fucking nemesis system,
Yeah.
like the way that it works is that it's crazy fucking crowded at the start.
It is.
Like now, there's barely anything left because I've killed everything. But when you start out, there's just warlords and fucking like captains everywhere.
That's what I was gonna
all
say, like-
the fuck over.
Because
like,
the first guy I saw.
Yep.
I was like, I'm gonna take this guy out right off the bat. He handed my ass to me.
Yeah. And then he got
And-
promoted.
And then he got promoted. That's the first thing that happened.
Yeah, that's how it works, man. They do
Actually,
though.
I think my first death was like, I got hit by 2 boulders by
Yeah.
one of those boulder throwing guys because he was right near the start. He just
Yeah.
destroyed me. And then,
Yeah.
then the captain killed me.
Oh wow.
And I did the first mission,
Yep.
and I took out all the archer guys, and I was just in my fight with him, and he called in like fucking 3 other guys, and then they murdered me. So
Wow.
yeah, it was,
no, it's a
bad.
rough, it's a steep learning curve in that game, which I think I had been told before. But like right now, the way that I play, like, is fucking the bliss. That game is awesome. It is so good. Like the combat is so fluid. Like once you start getting upgrades, you start getting like real, like good at it. And I'll say this: do the story missions. Because they unlock upgrades that are useful.
yeah.
So make sure you're doing those because, like, one of the story missions I did unlocks a soul wraith charge, which if you get your combo meter up to like 5 or 6, you can just hold X and O and it just blasts the ground, knocking everyone back.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's nice for when you get mobbed. The other tip is you can fucking run away. Like, run away. Like, when you get outnumbered, just run away. Like, it doesn't hurt you to run away, you know? The other big thing is get intel.
Yeah.
Nothing is better than getting intel on a captain or a warlord and seeing that they're vulnerable to stealth attacks.
Oh, yeah.
Which means that if you hit them with a stealth, they die instantly.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And I've done it too. I did it to a warlord. So I believe there's a warlord that has that. And the whole point of that mission is you're supposed to sneak up on him and stuff.
Yeah. So I guess people who don't know, Shadows of Mordor is basically like Assassin's Creed Middle-earth.
Yep.
Basically.
You know, it's interesting. I didn't know that game was originally had a Batman license.
Yeah, I heard that at one point.
Yeah, and then they turned it into a Lord of the Rings game when they
Yeah.
couldn't do Batman. Which is fine, because it's great.
Yeah. That's also really surprisingly heavy on lore. Like, there's
Yeah,
a bunch
very lore heavy.
Yeah, like big time.
Which is cool.
And the beginning is
Tolkien's lore
amazing,
good.
too.
Yeah.
Like, the opening is a really cool opening.
Great intro, cool stuff, lots of stuff happening.
Mm-hmm.
Family murdered. It's
Right
not
now, I
much
feel
of a
kind of-
spoiler, but it's kind of the point of the game.
Right now, I just kind of feel kind of overwhelmed because I feel like I have a lot of tools that I don't know how to use yet.
Yep,
'Cause it seems
that's how
like
the
every
game
time-
works. There's no tutorial, basically.
Yeah, there's just so many things I can do, and I'm not sure what I should be doing at any given time to not die.
Stealth a lot.
Yeah.
Another key, the tall grass.
Oh, yeah, I figured that out.
You're invisible in it.
Yeah, exactly.
So just go in tall grass all the time. And
That's what threw me off
orcs are
that-
really easy to outsmart, and it's not like when you're on fucking Assassin's Creed,
Right where they chase you
where
forever.
when they chase you forever, it's like if you go around 2 corners, they lose you.
Yeah.
Like, and you can just hide, and then they'll run around. And the best part is when they all start looking for you, and they all start breaking off, and a
you know
guy
them.
walks up to your bush, and you're just like, dead. Like,
Yeah.
gotcha, bitch. Yeah, it's fun.
I did
That's
that with like a group of 3 of them once. They all like were searching for me,
Yeah,
and they all
just
turned around.
Yep,
I walked up and like killed them one by one.
yep. And just
Behind.
slowly sneak up behind him.
Yep.
Yeah, that game's great like that with the stealth kills. The stealth system is really good.
It's
because
hard, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
That's the thing you learn, though, is that stealth is your friend, because the orcs are fucking dumb. Like, it takes them forever to see you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you can just stealth. Like, the key is just being stealthy. And when you play stealthy, it gets a lot easier.
Yeah.
And now I've gotten to the point where I can just murder those captains without even worrying about it. Like, literally, like, I'll be fighting a captain, another one will show up, I'm like, whatever. Like, I'll just kill all of you. Like, all 20 people. Just because you get so much better.
The hard part right now is I don't really have executions, so I'll just be like, I'll like do a bunch of damage to people. I won't be finishing them off very much.
Yeah, you have to you have to hold R2 and hit square to do the execution when they're on the ground.
Yeah, and then
But also you
there's other
can't
guys around me.
exactly you can't get interrupted. One of the first upgrades you can get is a standing execution that you can
Yeah,
do when
I
you
should do that.
have a combo meter high enough. It'll let you just hold X and O and it just executes the person.
Oh, nice.
And there's an upgrade you can get which costs, and this is the tip I read, is that if you want to buy a few upgrades with that Mirian, save it up, because for like 2,500, which is a lot,
Yeah.
you can get the like legendary upgrades to your weapons, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't have to unlock anything to get them. You just have to have the money. And I think the sword one is when you get enough of a combo meter, you can enter like Wraith state and just have unlimited executions for a few seconds.
Oh, wow.
So you can just stab everyone to death in like 2 seconds.
That's cool.
So yeah, it's cool, and plot's really fun. It's really good. Like part of the plot. Have you met Ratbag?
No, not yet.
Oh my god, you have to meet Ratbag. Get character of the year. It's amazing. So he's like an orc who's terrible
Yeah.
at being an orc, but like, I don't know, you like save his life accidentally once, and he's like, well, I know a lot of information. I can probably like give you some information on this guy. And then he gives you information on this guy, you let him free, and then when you kill that guy, he takes that guy's place as the warlord. He's like, yeah, I killed him. I'm the warlord now. And then and then he gets like caught again, and you have to like save him again, and then like you kill the guy, and he goes like you're basically pushing him up the ranks.
Nice.
And he's just this inept, terrible goblin who's like or orc that's hilarious. He's really funny. It's like well written, and he's friendly to you a little bit. But I sense a turn coming for when he finally gets enough power that he's like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna take over." And then you have to. I believe that's where the branding system comes in.
Oh yeah.
Is where you're able to brand. That game gets complicated too in the second half with the branding.
Yeah.
So the idea is that you're kind of going through Mordor, killing all these orcs, killing the captains, and they have like a hierarchy system where as you kill a captain, a lower orc will go up and take his place or not, or if one of them kills you, they'll get promoted and get stronger. And so you can do that, and level, and then they drop runes when they die that you get, and there's strategies to like go out and find orcs and keep getting killed by them to level them up, and then kill them to get higher level runes.
Oh wow.
Yep, it gets complicated. But yeah, then the branding comes in. I haven't gotten to that part yet, but I'm really close to where that is. I believe that's the next story mission I'm doing. Is just where you're able to mind control orcs, basically.
Yeah,
like
cool.
like Saruman does in Lord of the Rings when he has the white hand on the orcs.
Yeah.
You kind of do the same thing there, where you control them, and basically you can just turn them, and then they just go back to being regular orcs.
Nice.
But they're on your side if you choose to they're like sleeper cells basically, and you can choose to activate them. So like you can get into a situation where you have to kill this warlord, and he's super tough, but his bodyguard you have under your control. So you'll go to a mission and it'll be like, hey, you got to kill this guy, and then you have your bodyguard betray him, who just and he stabs him in the back, like weakening him significantly so you can beat him. Yeah, it's just cool shit like that. Like, it's just awesome. Great game. Might be my game of the year.
Cool.
That or Warlords.
I'm really liking Dragon Age too. I haven't got a chance to play too much of it, but
I've heard Dragon Age Inquisition's really good too.
it's a lot of fun.
I've heard that it's great, has some issues. Length, I heard's an issue.
Yeah.
I heard that they've got quite a bit of filler in there.
Well, I don't know about
I've heard that there's a lot to pad it out.
it's a real open world, and there is open world stuff everywhere.
Yeah, I heard it's just deep.
Yeah.
Like,
It's pretty deep.
easy to get lost in. No, you're not buying Unity?
No.
Why not? You love Assassin's Creed. You've even bought the bad ones.
Nothing but horribleness.
You bought 3, and people didn't like that.
I didn't finish 3. That's the only one I haven't. Well, that and 4 I haven't finished yet. 4 I actually want to go back and finish because 4 is good. But
Well, is it?
yeah, I really like 4.
I actually have heard the argument that 4 isn't great, but it has some great systems in it that make you forget some of the shitty Assassin's Creed missions you have to do.
That could be.
But I think overall it's a fun experience because the great parts are great. Like the boat stuff is awesome.
And even the assassin stuff's a lot of fun usually. I mean,
Yeah, but there's
some of those weird
still
missions.
some of the bad missions and some of the
There's
AI
some bad.
jank.
They didn't really bother me as much as they did other people.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are some annoying missions. I'm not gonna lie there.
So that's cool. What else was there? So you played Dragon Age. You haven't gotten into it too much. We can talk about that later. I think I'm gonna
It's like
pick.
5 hours, and I barely finished the prologue. I think.
I think I'm gonna have to pick that one up because I've heard it's great. I might wait
You
for
should.
that.
It's a lot
I
of
might
fun.
wait for my PC
Yeah.
to get back so I can play it on the computer.
I'm actually playing it on computer.
Yeah.
Load times are killing me.
Yeah.
There's not very many of them though.
Yeah.
It's just.
Oh yeah, it's
it
pretty
loads-
open world.
Yeah, it loads a huge area, which takes forever. But then once
Yeah.
you're in there, it's fine.
Yeah, it's kind of like World of Warcraft.
Yeah, pretty much.
Takes a while to load, but you have basically the whole continent
Yeah.
without loading screens. Yeah, so and then I played a ton of Far Cry 4. Have you played any of that? You haven't bought
I
that?
have not played that. I don't have it. It looks fun, but it's probably not something I'm gonna
Save
snap
up.
it
Or not save up, but wait for a sale.
Yeah.
It's fucking fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. And I liked Far Cry 3, but I didn't really get into it because I got into it a year late. you know, because I heard it was better on PC, and my old computer at the time wasn't very good, you know, at running it.
Right.
So I was like, I'm not going to buy it. And then I bought it like after it was out for a year. But Far Cry 4 is fun. Like, just the open worldness is really fun.
That's kind of what I'm afraid of, because I've already got
Gunplay is fun.
Shadow of Mordor and
I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying I'm really enjoying it. It's going to be my top 10 for sure. Because like this just the breadth of the story is done, and it's well done, and the voice acting is really good, and it's just the decision making you make is interesting, and the character is believable, you know, because you're kind of like a transplant. It's not like because in Far Cry 3 the problem was that you're kind of a tourist that gets like hijacked.
Yeah.
You know, and this one you're like, you know, a relative of the founder of this like movement, you know, and you're coming back home. You know, it just feels a little bit more right that you kind of can get into the like politics in the area, you know.
Okay.
Whereas like in the other one, it's just like if I was that guy, like I guess he has to rescue his friends is kind of the plot of that one because they've all been kidnapped.
Yeah.
But like I'd be like, I'm out of here. Like I'm, you know what I mean? Like my first thought would be if like all my friends were kidnapped. No offense, sorry, Adam. My first thought, because this guy's crazy, because you see him like fucking mutilate animals. You're just like, this guy's the Voss guy is just insane, and you're just like, I'm gonna leave, and I'm going to take a boat because I can get a boat, go somewhere else, and then have fucking like the fucking U.S. Army come here and kill this guy for kidnapping citizens. Like, I am not going to be able to stop him. You know what I mean? I'm just going to get everyone killed. Like I would. But yeah, so it's a little bit. But that game had some cool stuff in it. You know, this game is it's just They did a lot with the animals in this game.
Yeah.
So like one of my favorite things to do is like there's like an outpost that you have to take, and you just throw bait, and then just like a bear shows up and starts killing everything.
That's awesome.
And you just watch from like a fucking like rooftop, like with your binoculars, just seeing like, oh, a bear, and like it just mauls some guy, and then like they were like unloading their AKs into it, and you know, and everyone like, you know, eventually they kill the bear off, and there's like 2 guys left, and you just snipe them, and you're like, that was fun. And then you have to kill the bear if they didn't kill it.
Yeah.
Which is easier a lot of times because they're, you know, a little bit more predictable than gunfire. But yeah, and then the fucking animals in that game, fucking crazy.
I've heard stories about the hawks.
The honey badgers too.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, they're fucking monsters. They're little and fast, and they take a lot of bullets. Yeah, the eagles are terrifying because you'll hear them. So you hear that screech, and you're just like, "There's a fucking eagle." And then you'll watch and see an eagle, and that game is just full of great open world moments too. Because I'm like, I walk up to like this beautiful pond, and there's like an Asian rhino and like some tapir, and I see a fucking golden eagle. I hear it, and it's like, I'm like, fucking, where is it? You know, it's gonna come and attack me. And I see it just swoop down, grab a tapir, and just fly off. And I was like, oh shit.
That's great.
I found some easier pickings, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get a bow in that game. It's really fun to run around with a bow and just bow hunting animals. I don't know, it's just a lot to do, and I really like it. And the gunplay is good, the leveling progression's interesting, the story is interesting, the main character's really interesting. You know, the Pagan Min guy is really It's interesting because he's kind of like a weird, crazy Julian Assange looking motherfucker. You know, he's just like warped because you get to like hear propaganda, and it's all really weird, and he has like fucking like party orgies and shit, and like all these people are in poverty. It's just interesting. It's cool. That's a really fun game. Cool. So I've been playing a lot of that.
Nice.
Yep.
I've been watching The West Wing.
You're rewatching The West Wing, huh?
Almost done. Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
I wish you wouldn't have rewatched that. It's something we could have watched together. Because I've only seen like 4 or 5 episodes, but I liked it.
Oh, really? You should watch it. It's the Sorkin.
Have you seen the new season of The Newsroom?
No.
Don't watch it.
Okay.
Save it.
Okay.
I want to watch that. We can split it with Soup Natch when I visit.
When does that start?
It's already started. It's
It
like
is?
it's like 4 weeks in.
Oh wow.
Yeah. What? No. I just saw some news. Christopher
Yeah?
Nolan might be directing the Ready Player One movie. That's exciting!
Is it?
Dude, Christopher Nolan hasn't made it. Okay. Has not made a bad movie.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yep.
I get.
Do you know who's written the script?
It's the author, right?
No.
No.
He
No,
helped.
not who.
Zach Penn,
Oh,
who helped write the Avengers.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
X2, apparently. The second X-Men movie.
That's good.
Which was the best X-Men movie. Besides
Yeah.
the newest one. Was pretty good. But yeah, I guess Christopher Nolan is...
That
Wait,
could be
what?
good. I always kind of think of him as kind of a darker. But I guess there's a lot of parts of Ready Player One that are pretty dark.
Yeah, there are. But the fun of the Ready Player One is that
Yeah.
it's soaked in the 80s nostalgia.
Yeah.
And not that it's just, soaked in the 80s nostalgia, but it's soaked in the 80s nostalgia, and the movie feels a little bit like an 80s hero movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like he's doing all this fun 80s stuff and doing that, but then again, in the end, it's a kid, who's this poor kid who uses his brains to beat the evil empire. You know what I mean?
Right.
It ends up being, it's just, it's well written in that way.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Avengers game.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, it's Christopher Nolan, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, I think he gets it. And the script is written by the guy who helped write the Avengers, so
Yeah, that's good.
it's probably a little lighthearted, too.
I'm more excited about that than I am Christopher Nolan. Although you're right, Christopher Nolan's he's solid.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like they gave it to fucking M. Night Shyamalan,
Yeah.
It's okay, good.
Well, yeah.
So-
Jeez,
Yeah.
that wouldn't be.
No.
I don't even want to imagine.
So, yeah, that is fun. Did you know that our favorite fantasy novel series,
Yeah,
do you know what that is?
I do.
King Killer Chronicles.
Yes.
I have finished the second book.
Yes.
Incredible ending,
Yes.
because it's kind of like one of those, just a happy ending, kind of.
Yeah.
I could talk for hours about why that book and those two books are so good,
I know, right?
because they do such a good job of giving you that protagonist who is your kind of plucky kid who it's the traditional hero trope, but they do it in such a way that the situation gets fucking dire for him so many times
Yep.
that when good things happen, you feel so good for the character.
I know, right?
Because he deserves it so much.
Yeah.
And he's gotten fucked over so much
Yeah.
that when something good happens, particularly a lot of the stuff at the end of that book,
Yeah.
not to spoil the book, but the good guy has good things that happens to him near the end of the book. Not all good though. There's crazy shit too. But it's just finally there's a couple fuck yous to some people.
Yeah.
And it's thank God. So that's cool. And that book's so good. And no, but did you know that they're working it's being worked on as a TV series?
I did not know that.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's optioned for something, I don't know.
Ooh, that'd be rough to do.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to do. I mean, a TV series is really the only way to do it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to do it. I'm going to see I'm going to look that up because
I hope it's on HBO or something.
it might be, but it doesn't look like it the way that I'm looking at it. I'll have to look. It's do you know what the pay networks? Fucking Wikipedia. What is going on here? I fucking searched and it just.
Pay network?
Well, yeah. What are the pay networks? Pay TV networks?
Showtime, Stars.
Well, yeah. What movie companies though? What production companies
Oh,
are
I
they
don't
for?
know.
Who owns Showtime? That's the
I
thing.
don't know.
What movie company owns Showtime? Because they're all owned by movie production companies, basically.
Well, they have distribution deals with specific ones. I know.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, it is. Movie library. Here it is. What are they? They are Disney, Touchstone,
Disney?
Universal Studios, MGM. Yep.
It's probably Stars or Encore then.
Well, which one's 20th Century Fox?
20th Century Fox?
Is that HBO?
Maybe.
Let me see what HBO.
I thought Universal was like Stars, but I'm not sure.
I think they used to be, but they're not anymore.
Oh, really?
Actually, if I remember correctly.
I
Universal
really don't know.
Pictures is actually HBO too.
Oh, really?
Maybe that article I was reading was old then. Because that is HBO is 20th Century Fox movies,
Okay.
so they might be doing it.
They need something like.
It was
a real-
optioned rather recently, if I remember.
they
Yeah,
need to get like the Game
last
of
summer.
Thrones.
Option for a TV series, 20th Century Fox. Let's see who's involved. There's 2 people with Wikipedia articles. Eric Hesserer.
I can't imagine they'd make it. It can't be on network.
Let's see. He rewrote the remake to The Thing. A lot of horror movies. That's
Yeah.
not good.
Well, I don't know. There's definitely some horror to it.
Yeah.
They need like the Harry Potter guys though.
Arnon Milchan. Who's that? An Israeli film producer who is 70.
Wow.
Apparently. Okay, so he's the old guy who is in Hollywood. You know, fucking Hollywood's the most bullshit thing in the entire world.
Yeah.
Because, like, this guy, I'm sure, has no clue what this book series is.
Yeah.
But, like, that's the way it works in Hollywood. When you're, like, a producer who's, like, 70, like, the company's just like, well, we got to throw him a producer credit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they really have nothing to do, and you just literally are like, oh, it's so and so, the famous producer in all these movies. We got him in the credits, and it's like, well, no, you just threw him a credit. It's not a real fucking thing. Yeah, so who knows? The Wikipedia is literally just TV series. In July 2013, Fox announced they had optioned it for a TV series. It is being developed.
I hope it's not network. I hope it's.
I don't know if it
Premium.
would be. I mean, it could. It doesn't need to be premium.
They need to get Game of Thrones this shit. I want some production values.
Uh,
I also don't want it to be canceled after half of the season.
New Regency as well. New Regency Productions.
New Regents.
It's more likely that it will be on Fox or FX if it's picked up.
FX might be okay.
Yeah, FX would be good, actually. There's been some
Yeah.
good stuff on. I mean, Breaking Bad. Fucking
AMC.
Walking Dead. Is AMC. God damn it. Well, it's on FX.
The Shield was.
Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy.
There's some good stuff on FX.
There is.
So there you go.
Definitely some good stuff on FX.
Yeah. Yeah, King Killer. The next book should be out next year, though. So.
I hope so.
Well, I mean, they were thinking it was going to be this year, but he said he pushed it back because he was working on a couple other things. So.
Oh, did you see him?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
Well, Lauren couldn't go, and I didn't want to go alone.
I would go alone.
Yeah, I know. Well,
He's like a fun guy.
Well, okay. First off, he lives in fucking Stevens Point.
Yeah.
So he does a lot of stuff in Madison.
Yeah.
It's not the only time to see him, and I'm sure he'll be there when he goes to whatchamacallit. When the next book comes out. I'm gonna get signed, like no question.
It's supposed to be
So-
a trilogy, but I hope he keeps on going.
Oh, it's not though.
Oh, it's not?
It's supposed to be a trilogy, as in. So the book takes place, and it's a guy is met, and he's an innkeeper, and then he retells the story of his youth.
Yep.
And by youth, I mean not really youth, but like,
Yeah.
because he's not that old. You know what I mean? I think he's like in his 30s,
30.
maybe. Yeah, he's 30. So it's like when he was like 15. He tells the story of like his life, and that is the 3 books.
Right, and then it's going to be like more into the future.
Exactly.
So-
Yes,
good,
correct.
good.
That's the plan. That's
That's
what he
what
said.
I thought.
He said the first 3 books, that trilogy, is the past, and the next books will be the future. So
Cool.
it's exciting, and it's fucking incredible.
Oh, they are so good.
Those books are so fucking good.
Plus, they have like the best fantasy system for like magic and stuff. It's just so cool.
Yeah.
It's very
So that's all I had to say. Is if you haven't read that book series, it is incredible.
Yes.
And
Painkiller Chronicles by Patrick Rothfuss.
And it's awesome. And if you live in Madison, he's fucking local. He fucking grew up in Madison.
Yep.
And he is awesome. And he's a cool guy. He's really fun.
Yep.
So, yeah. I think we're getting close to the end times here.
Yeah, it seems that way.
There isn't much left to talk about. We talked about our Black Friday. We talked about our games.
Do we
got
want to
anything
do
else?
any wrestling catch up?
Oh, wrestling catch up.
Wrestling. Now, I actually haven't seen like the last couple of Raws, but I did see.
You did see Survivor Series.
I saw the lead up to, and I saw Survivor Series.
Okay, yeah, I haven't been watching Raws unless I don't watch Raw or SmackDown unless I hear there's something good, and then I'll watch that segment.
I usually watch Raws, but
I do and I don't. If I didn't have anything going on Monday night, I'd watch them live.
yeah.
But
I've just I've been behind on my TV in general because I've been playing some games. So.
Yeah.
I'm watching West Wing.
Yeah. Wait. So how are your wait before we get to wrestling? Well, how are your TV shows doing?
I'm not totally caught up on all of them, but I'm enjoying pretty much all of them.
Any of the ones that have dropped off the must watch?
Yeah,
list?
I'm trying to think. I stopped watching Forever pretty much. Like
immediately.
Yeah, immediately. And I haven't been.
Like, which ones are basically like they get put in the back of the pile?
Back of the pile is Blacklist, although I think it's a good show. It's not one of those things that like, grips me every week.
Yeah.
I'm loving Gotham.
Okay.
I'm loving Flash and Arrow.
Yep.
They actually had a big crossover this last week, which is pretty cool.
All right.
But I'm loving Constantine, and I'm a little bit anxious about it because I've heard some things. They did not get a back order.
Oh no!
But they're not necessarily canceled. Like it may just be like one of those things where they do the 13, then like in the next season they do like another 13. Like so, it's like a shorter.
Fair enough.
But I really want that show not to be canceled because it is awesome. I'm disappointed that they didn't get a full order.
Yep.
Constantine is like an amazing mix of Supernatural and Doctor Who almost.
Yep.
I love it. But yeah, so that's going on. Grimm, I enjoy it, but it's not like Supernatural is still. I want to see that when it comes out. So like yeah, I love the Supernatural, super hero type stuff. That's been my main go-tos. The other stuff's kind of fallen behind, like Blacklist, and Grimm is kind of, I don't know.
All right.
There's something. That's pretty much it, I think.
All right.
SOA is wrapping up. I haven't been keeping up on that, although it's not because I don't really want to see it. I just can't keep forgetting about it because it's the only thing I watch on Amazon right now.
Yeah.
And I watched it on the Hulu system. I'm like, oh yeah, I've got SOA still I need to watch.
All right.
But that's gonna be ending soon anyway. So if you haven't gotten to it by now, you should. But
All right, Adam.
I'm really impressed with all the DC stuff they've been doing. The Gotham.
That's good.
Gotham, the Flash, Arrow are all
good for them.
top on the list. Yeah.
All right. So, wrestling. World wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you enjoy yourself some Survivor Series. Those of you who hate wrestling can tune out now.
Mostly, yeah.
All right.
It kind of started off a little slow, I thought. Because I think they did some the tag team stuff early on that I wasn't super interested in.
Damien Mizdow.
That was pretty good. I was
getting crazy over in the crowd. Everyone loved him. They did a good job with that. Him winning it, and then immediately the Miz running in, grabbing both tag titles.
Yeah.
And holding both tag titles up.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff there.
So that was cool. Things kind of keep getting better and better. I was a little bit disappointed by the Divas deal.
Mm-hmm.
That seemed kind of I don't know.
With Paige versus
No,
or-
Paige was
or-
in it.
AJ Lee versus Nikki Bella.
Yeah. I thought that was.
So that's interesting. So I think that they found out that they weren't going to be doing a full match that day, but they had a match planned. But that moment, if you are a fan of wrestling,
Yeah, they mentioned
was
it.
really interesting because that was a callback to Daniel Bryan when he was dating, air quotes, AJ Lee in the story, and he fought Sheamus
Yeah.
to defend his world championship title belt. She kissed him, and he turned around and got kicked right in the face and lost a match in 2 seconds, which is exactly what happened there. So it was kind of like a, hey, you did it, it was kind of like, because Brie is, married to Daniel Bryan now. And so she's like, hey, you did this to my husband, now I'm doing it to you.
Right.
So it was interesting in that way. I like that.
And also, I'll just say pretty hot. But, I don't know. I felt AJ Lee is so good that I actually wanted to see that match.
Yeah.
Like, I like watching AJ Lee wrestle.
Yeah.
So, that was kind of disappointing on that front. But,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else they did before the big main event.
Did nothing. It was a one-match show.
Yeah, pretty much.
The main event is what everyone was there to see, and they delivered.
They did.
That was fucking fun.
It was.
And
it was
twists and turns. They told a story in the match. You had, Cena get knocked out from betrayal and, going off pouty into the locker room, leaving Ziggler alone.
Yeah.
And fucking Ziggler, is just like
Oh my
barely can
God.
stand. And, he just kind of, is scrappy and awesome the way he is. And survives, and there's that moment when Seth Rollins is like grabs him and drags him over to his side of the ring and like starts waving his hand, is like tap in. Oh, there's no one else.
Yeah.
And he just like beats him up, but then a couple shenanigans happen. He gets a couple moves in, knocks out Rusev outside of the ring, so he's out. And I forget what he did to God. Who else was in that match? It was Luke Harper. Luke Harper, he got like knocked out from a distraction, and then it was him and Seth Rollins at the end, and he got his moves in, because he had enough time to rest, and get back to strength, and then of course the Authority attempts the screw job.
Yeah. I understand they needed to do what they did at the end to pump people up, I guess. But
I'm glad. No, I mean they did it. They did it the right way. I mean, it was huge. It was a moment that people were talking about, and it protected Ziggler because Ziggler won the match twice. They didn't just have they pulled the ref away while you tapped gimmick. You know what I mean? Whereas he should have won, but he got saved. You know what I mean? Okay, that's kind of but the fact that they did it twice, the fact that he got out of it and then hit him again and pinned him again and they pulled the ref again, it was like, okay, he's won this twice.
Right.
And the only thing that's going to stop them is Sting, who in the WCW was the ultimate anti-authority figure, just, the guy who would right every wrong, silent, come in.
I thought that was... Yeah, it was really cool. I'm not saying it wasn't cool.
I jumped. Just seeing Sting again.
It was cool. I still feel, though, kind of like I kind of wish Ziggler could have done it on his own. I agree. It's just, but I think it works the way they did it. I'm not saying it doesn't, because, of course, they're going to cheat. Of course, Triple H has got to get in there.
Yep.
But,
I think that it is good, and I think that Ziggler is going to get a big push.
It's a good push for Ziggler.
I think it's going to continue.
It also kind of stole some of his glory, though, at the end.
People were kind of pissed because he hasn't really gotten a huge push at Raw lately, the last 2 weeks, but it's like, I mean, guys, just, whatever.
Oh, after it?
No, he hasn't really at all.
Oh,
really? They haven't really had him. He's been, tagging with John Cena.
The fuck?
I know, but don't worry, people. Look, when you book someone who's not John Cena to beat the Authority 3-1, there's a future to that story.
I know there is, but like,
and I think the
I'm
future.
kind of sick of them doing shit like this, though, where they pump somebody up and then they just like let it.
It happens a lot. It happens a lot.
It does. It's like they don't understand the momentum. It's like I don't.
Well, and you haven't listened to any of the CM Punk stuff, I'm assuming.
I have not, but I heard there was some shit going down. He interviewed by Colton.
Wow, Colton.
Or what was
no,
what's
don't.
his name?
I don't want you to butcher his name.
Colt Cabana.
Oh, you got it. Yes.
Yeah, I know. I was Colton.
Pro wrestler. He was in the WWE for like a
short,
hot minute, and he is a childhood friend of CM Punk. Had him on his podcast, and they did a shoot. Shoot being wrestling term for dropped all pretenses and just said what they felt. And he told his side of the story.
I want to hear that.
It was inflammatory, eye-opening, interesting, sad. He talked about how he was getting injured, working with, Ryback, and he was too green, and he was worried, and he still got injured, and then they would bring him back like 2 weeks after surgery, and he's like, I'm not ready, but they make him come back. It's just like, he got worked to the bone, and then they wouldn't like creatively do the things he was suggesting, and he was like, I'm killing myself for you guys, and you're not meeting me halfway. I gotta go. Like, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, that's sad.
I mean, he's got $20 million.
Oh yeah.
That has also been. He said that. He said, I've got lots of money saved up from all my work, and I'm gonna be fine. So he's fine, and it's funny because somebody because he had a second follow-up podcast this week, and somebody had tweeted him. He's like, "You only got $20 million. You'll be back." And he's like, "Fuck you." Like, you don't know me. Like, $20 million? Like, and Colt Banner's like, yeah, like, this guy could live off of $10 a week.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if you watch
he is not a man for having material goods.
Right.
So I think he'd be set, But, the funny thing is that Daniel Bryan ended up taking a spot in WrestleMania because he left. He fought Triple H and then the main event, and... maybe if CM Punk would have stuck it out, maybe that would have happened, maybe not,
Right.
I'm kind of glad it went the way it did because fucking Daniel Bryan's moment was incredible. One of the best WrestleMania moments in a long time. And, I don't know. Yeah, you should listen to that, though. It's a real good listen. It's 2 hours. It's really insightful. A lot of backstage information. He talks about, recently, though, because Vince McMahon did a podcast.
I was going to ask about
Stone Cold,
that.
and he talked about CM Punk. He talked about, he mentioned Cesaro.
Yeah.
He actually talked about Cesaro's push failure.
Yep.
And what happened. About how Cesaro doesn't have it.
Yep.
Oh my God.
I know.
He does have it. It's because Vince McMahon is the guy who says, this isn't wrestling, this is sports entertainment.
Yeah.
And he doesn't care about wrestling.
Yeah.
He cares about the storylines. That's what his emphasis has always been.
Which are usually terrible.
Which sometimes are great. Like the Daniel Bryan one. Sometimes, and a lot of times, are awful.
Yep.
And I think that what he doesn't realize, and where wrestling originally came from, was these are... Like, it's like, what if we did boxing where the good guy always won? Like, what if we did boxing where the good guy always won, the bad guys always won, and the good guys would get screwed over and then would get their revenge? Like, it would always be the perfect end to a match every time. And it was a sport. And it was viewed as a sport, and when you treat it like a sport, it feels more legitimate. And just the stuff they do where they don't treat it like a sport bothers me. I mean, there's little things they could do. Like having like the tail of the tape that all UFC matches have, where they just show stats. Yeah. Like, he's, 6'5", 250 pounds, had the championship this many times, submitted over 200 people, just like stuff like that to make it just seem cooler. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But they shy away because, McMahon doesn't emphasize that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yep.
Well, I'm kind of anxious to see what they do in the post-Authority era on Raw. So I'll probably watch.
Yeah, we'll see. But... I mean, what's happened now is the John Cena heel turn is that this is the time.
You think?
He
Or he becomes mad with power?
he has Chekhov's gun.
Yeah.
They sealed his heel turn the moment Vince McMahon said John Cena is the only one that can bring the authority back.
Yeah.
You know, it's the look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. But the dramatic theater thought of Chekhov's gun. It's when there's a gun put on set, it's going to get used.
Yep.
Because why else would it be there? Why else would they give that stipulation if he wasn't going to use it? And either it'll be a worse evil than the authority comes, and he has to bring the authority back because he has to, or he becomes mad with power.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's wrestling over.
Yep.
Let's end it with one final thing I want to do.
Okay.
A would you rather question.
Oh my.
I've looked them up. I've looked up a bunch.
Oh boy. Okay.
This is from rrrather.com. Don't know what that means, but they got a bunch of them on here with a bunch of Getty images, stolen images, as a really jackass looking website. Would you rather, Adam, live in Harry Potter's world or live the life of fame and wealth? Live in Harry Potter's world or live the life of fame and wealth?
Without any kind of stipulations to the Harry's world, I would probably pick the life of fame and wealth. Because, listen, I so much want a world where magic is real.
Yep.
But with my luck, I'd be like a fucking house elf. Or some shit.
No stipulations at all.
Well, I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, with no stipulations, I could be anything in the Harry Potter world. I might be like a fucking giant. I might not be a wizard still. Like, Harry Potter world exists, but I'm just a fucking muggle. That sucks.
I'm not trying to fuck you over. I'm saying in this situation.
You're saying, would I rather be a wizard?
You would live in Harry Potter world as a magical man who went to magical school.
Well, the other thing is, like,
I'm not saying
Harry Potter.
No. Think about it this way. I'm not saying you live in the world of Harry Potter. I'm saying you live in Harry Potter's world. Like, you're part of his world, which is the magic community.
A lot of terrible shit happened in that world, though.
I know.
But there's magic. But I think I'd still go fame and wealth because, like, there's some really bad. I don't want to be around when Voldemort's around. Like, and also, Magic World is a dictatorship run by like the Ministry of Magic in like some kind of crazy totalitarian regime.
Hey, they have an election.
Yeah.
Sure, 95% of the ballots go to the same guy, but you know that's legal.
Exactly.
No, actually, I don't even know if they do have an election. It is dangerous world.
And like. They apparently this one ministry has power over everything regarding magic. Ever.
Yeah, you know.
So like your entire is
in the England area.
It's run by one small group of people.
There's other countries that have it.
I guess. I don't know.
Adam, so live the life of fame and wealth.
Yeah, I guess because I mean,
you know what I'm gonna say, Adam?
What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna say live the life of fame and wealth as well because fame and wealth is fucking magic.
It is.
It's the closest thing to magic we have in this world.
Right.
Is the fact? I mean, I watched Wolf of Wall Street. That's what your life could be like. That's like fucking Harry Potter world.
It is.
Like,
yeah.
oh, I can just have a magical fucking supercar. I can do crazy drugs all the time with no consequences.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, in that movie there were consequences, but
consequences.
but you know, you're not doing illegal in this situation. You're just wealthy, you know, and you can. Oh, I could ride in a boat with a crew. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? That is the best life of all.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I would have. I mean, no question.
Yeah.
No question. And this has votes. Almost 400,000 people have voted. You want to know which one won?
Harry Potter, I bet.
Fame and Wealth by a landslide.
Nice.
60-40.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the comments are like, I suppose Harry Potter's world will be fun to live in for a time, but remember, people, Hogwarts doesn't have Wi-Fi. Ponder that for a moment.
Yeah.
That's got a lot of upvotes. The other upvote is lack of people voting on Harry Potter is heartbreaking. Heartbreaking spelled incorrectly. Like breaking a car breaking.
Yeah.
Not with the E. And then someone's like, I guess there aren't many Harry Potter geeks to thought. I'm a huge Harry Potter geek.
Me too.
But I know that world isn't perfect.
It's not.
Do you remember
really
when the Ministry was run by like a fucking fascist dictatorship for a moment? When like fucking Voldemort came out and like the fucking government refused to believe his existence?
Yeah.
Well, like people were being murdered.
And the collateral around Harry Potter is
The
ginormous.
collateral damage. Oh my god. Oh god.
Just think of a world where, you know, you break your
Oh, we get to
arm.
watch magical people fly around and throw a ball. Oh, and fucking people fly in during said Super Bowl and murder people.
Yes, exactly.
Like, what?
It's also like it's a world where everybody always has like a weapon that can kill you.
Yeah.
Like-
Literally. It's like a fucking conservative fucking paradise. It's all fucking concealed carry wands.
It is, yeah.
That's a safer place, Adam, because everyone's armed.
And where some well-meaning doofus can, if you break your arm, just get rid of all the bones in your arm,
By
causing a
accident.
night of painful regrowth.
Whoopsies!
Yep.
Yeah.
Or a misfired spell can backfire on you with horrible consequences.
Yeah, or like you could accidentally fire a spell to mirror, it'll shoot in your face and you'll forget your family.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
what the shit? Too much.
Yeah.
There's fucking Dementors in their prison?
Yeah.
You get sent to prison? There's monsters that feed off of your emotions? What?
Yeah.
Like, you know, Rikers Island. That's bad. You know, you could get shivved. You know, you get beaten up. But at least no one's invading your mind.
Or literally eating your soul.
Yeah, which is what they do. They weren't supposed to do that, but they were doing it.
It'd be cool to be an animagus, though. It'd be neat.
It would be fucking sweet to be in Harry Potter's world if you were like king shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could I live the life of fame and wealth in the world of Harry Potter?
Exactly.
That's what I want.
Totally.
Be like a Malfoy, but like a good Malfoy.
Right.
And just be like, well, we're going to be Switzerland in this conflict. We'll let Voldemort hang out in our house, but
Yeah.
we're not going to like go out on missions for him.
But, like, just
He
fucking
may take our son and try and have him murder Harry, but whatever.
dragons wander the countryside, giants, fucking huge spiders, which I would die
It's true.
if I saw.
That's true. It's true.
Centaurs that might, like, fill you full of arrows for no
I
good
just think
reason.
about it this way. If I lived the life of fame and wealth, I could lay in bed all day, never be unhealthy because I would, like, have fucking, like, personal trainers
Yeah,
all the time feeding me, like, a perfect diet.
right.
You know, I would have just, like, trips to all the fanciest places in the world, all of the best equipment, like, fucking LAN party room, arcade, everything.
Yeah.
Just everything you could ever want. And that's magical.
That is magical.
All right, so that's the thought. Money is magic.
Money is magic.
That's the name of the episode. Money is magic, people.
Yep.
All right, we got to head out because it is over 2 hours.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, it was a catch up. We had to
Yeah, it
catch
was.
up. All right, we will catch you next week. BornInThe80s.net. Hell yeah. All right,
Hell yeah.
see you, folks. I got to stop this now.
Okay.
How does one stop this? Oh, yeah, I have to hit stop.
Live.
Yep, Bill O'Reilly style. We're doing it live. Did you see the Mariah Carey singing live thing?
I heard that she was awful, but I didn't see it.
Oh, it's atrocious.
Is it?
You got to give her some credit.
For just doing it
Yeah,
and not giving a shit?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, if you want to be quiet, if you want to talk a little bit and then be quiet, I can actually hear it because I forgot I have it playing.
Oh, you do?
All right, yeah, I actually had it open and it sounds good now. We're good.
Okay.
I just boosted you a little bit and it's good. All right. Ready for the intro?
Yeah.